a heartwarming bedtime adventure about finding your true light, even when you can't fly like everyone else. In a hidden valley wrapped in silver mists, where moonflowers bloomed only at night and fireflies painted the sky with golden trails, stood the mystical Moonvale Garden. And at the center of this garden stood the ancient Lamaoe blossom, a glowing flower that kept the night forest alive with magic. The creatures of Moonvale knew one thing for certain: as long as the blossom glowed, harmony would remain. Among the gentle inhabitants of this enchanted place lived a small moth named Nia. Unlike her cousins who fluttered joyfully through the night skies, Nia couldn't fly. Her wings, though velvety and lovely, were too delicate to lift her more than a few inches off the ground. She had tried countless times, leaping from petals, climbing mushroom tops, flapping harder than anyone, but she always landed softly on the moss below. While the other moths soared between the trees, Nia wandered the forest floor. She had memoized every twist of vine, every patch of mushrooms, and made friends with those who lived closer to the earth, like Rollo the chubby mole, Bella the shy beetle, and Finn the bouncing grasshopper. Still, when the other moths zipped above in spirals of light, Nia often watched in quiet longing. Everyone in Moonvale had a gift. Lumi, the fastest flyer, could leave glitter trails in the sky. Bryn could light up her wings like a lantern to guide lost travelers. Even Nia's younger cousin Zeph had found his power. He could flap so fast he created little whirlwinds for fun. But Nia, no one could say what her gift was, and she was starting to believe she simply had none. One quiet evening, as the moon rose high and the forest began its lullaby hum, Nia sat beneath a sleeping fern, listening to the soft rustling of night creatures settling in. Suddenly, a panicked squeak echoed through the brush. It was Myra, the meadow mouse. Nia, can you help? My twins can't sleep. They are crying, and I need to find berries for their breakfast. Without hesitation, Nia nodded. Of course I'll help. When they reached Myra's den, two tiny mice peeked out, their eyes red from tears. Mama always hums to us. One sniffled. We can't sleep without her song. Nia swallowed. She'd never sung in front of anyone, but something deep within her nudged her gently, like a warm breeze. So she knelt down, folded her tiny wings around the babies, and began to sing a soft, trembling tune from her dreams. To her surprise, her voice floated like mist, sweet, calming, glowing with a gentle magic. The twins blinked sleepily, curled into each other, and drifted off within moments. Then, outside the burrow, Nia heard the hush of the night deepen. She looked up to find creatures all around her, a fox cub, a pair of owlets, even a sleepy turtle, all lying peacefully, eyes shut, breathing slow. The next morning, Myra returned in awe. They slept better than ever. Nia, your voice is a gift. But peace wouldn't last long. That very night, a mischievous raccoon named Crix crept into Moonvale. Lured by the shimmer of the Lamaoe blossom, he stole its glowing center, the moonheart seed. By morning, the blossom had dulled. The night was darker. Flowers drooped. The magic that protected Moonvale was fading. We must recover the moonheart seed, said the wise hummingbird elder, Sage Quill. "Without it, Moonveil will wilt." The creatures panicked. Flyers darted everywhere, but thick fog and twisted thorns made the ground impossible to navigate. That's when Nia stepped forward. "I can search on foot. I know the forest floor better than anyone," she said bravely. And so, with nothing but a sling of leaves and a brave heart, Nia set off. She asked every creature she met, even Wisp the silent snail and Grum the grumpy groundhog. Finally, she found herself at the roots of the moon shadow tree, where an ancient toad named Bumblesnoy lived. "I might have seen something shiny scamper past," he grunted, "but my old mind needs music to work these days. Sing for me, little Moth." Nia hesitated only a second, then sang. A warm, humming melody filled the tree's hollow. Bumblesnoy's eyes drooped. Ah yes, the raccoon sang a rhyme, said his stash was where stones sleep and fireflies weep. That's all I remember. Following that riddle, Nia made her way through stony hollows and fog-covered ponds. At last, she came to an old rock cave surrounded by silent fireflies. Peeking inside, she spotted the moonheart seed, glowing faintly near Crix, who lay curled and snoring. Nia crept in, heart pounding, but Crix mumbled and stirred. Every time she stepped, the floor creaked. So Nia did the one thing she trusted now. She sang. A lullaby, light as dew, steady as starlight. And just like before, her voice worked its magic. Crix let out a long sigh and rolled over, deeper into sleep. Nia tiptoed forward, retrieved the seed, and hurried home. When the seed was returned to the blossom, it pulsed with light. Magic rippled through the garden. Moonveil glowed once more. Sage Quill floated before the crowd. Tonight, we celebrate not just the return of the Moonheart seed, but the discovery of a rare and gentle power. Nia glowed, her wings catching the light of 100 fireflies. From that day on, Nia became the Moonveil's official songkeeper. Every night, she sang lullabies that floated on the wind, soothing creatures far and wide. She never flew like the others, but her voice soared higher than any wing could carry. You don't have to fly to shine. Everyone has a special gift. Sometimes it just takes time, kindness, and courage to find it.